E3 2016 is over, but it doesn't have to be. You could sit here and join us for the rest of the evening as we cover what happened at the show and just life and whatever. I'm Jeff Gerstmann. This is GiantBomb.com's coverage of the E3 2016 post-show. I'm joined by editorial minds from GiantBomb.com and beyond. We got Brad Shoemaker.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, what's going on?
Not much.
You sniffing that table again? Don't do that.
Don't
Do not sniff that table.
rub your finger on the coffee table.
Substances on that table.
Yeah. From CNET.com, Jeff Bacalar is in the building.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is great.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Welcome. You finally made
Yeah,
it.
you've been like around a bunch,
Yeah,
but
lurking,
yeah.
and then you finally let me sit on the couch. That's
Yeah.
special.
My understanding is that you've been out looking at video games.
Yeah, a couple.
All right, we'll get to that. Austin Walker,
How's
here,
it going?
present,
I also
accounted for.
saw some video games today.
Great.
And yesterday. I wasn't here for the check-in yesterday.
Right.
Because I was seeing video games.
Oh man, that's a dedication.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
them. Love video games.
Everyone loves video games.
Can't
Oh,
get
you're
enough.
in the right
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Dan Reichert.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great.
Great.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
Had a great
birthday.
week. Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Thank
Happy.
you. No,
We don't own the rights.
Hey, we got you
No
the
one
end of V3.
does.
Oh, thank you so much. Happy
Yeah.
I did pass the Doritos thing, and at one point, all the people dressed up as Doritos started singing "Happy Birthday" right after they did like a Space Invaders game thing, and it was definitely for like some crew guy or something down there. But I got to pretend the Doritos were singing to me.
Oh. Okay.
It was a good time.
It's nice.
Like your dreams.
I can't tell if any of the C3 really happened. Drew Scanlon ground me.
It happened.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We have recordings.
Okay, good.
I can show you as evidence.
All right,
They're
recorded
admissible.
evidence that the show occurred. That's good to hear. Drew, you went
Yes.
around and saw. Some
I had
stuff.
appointments today that I went to.
Yeah, how'd that go? Well, for starters, though, actually, you were with us on you were with Vinny and Dan walking around E3 Live,
Yeah.
filming that thing.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
There's a lot of brands there.
Brands are awesome.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did you feel like the teams were being
Identified.
properly monetized?
Yeah, because there was a Facebook tent.
It was an experience,
You're right. It was.
and
the
it wasn't a
Facebook
tent.
experience.
It was
Here's-
a solid building.
Here's the Facebook experience. Watch video game trailers.
Yeah. On blue diamonds with Facebook logos on them.
I can say with some authority, I don't think I've ever done that on Facebook. Once.
Could
Yeah.
you could?
That was not part of the Facebook experience. Not my Facebook
It is
experience.
now.
Well, at the E3 Live experience for Facebook.
No,
it is.
my Facebook experience is looking to people I went to high school with and going, yeah, that's right, fuck you.
Yeah.
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 That's about right.
You could probably do that there too. They
Okay.
would have to be there though.
Oh, well, that's highly unlikely.
There was a line to get in there to hold fake iPads and watch video game trailers.
There was not a line for that thing.
There were people lined up.
Yeah, there
Because
were
remember, we
Facebook
skipped
experience?
it.
Involved
Me and Vinny
with the
walked
Facebook
in there. We like
experience,
skipped the line, and people looked at us, but
Like-
we were fine because we had a camera, and they don't want to interrupt filming.
Wait, so you didn't get like there wasn't an appointment for you to skip. You just were like, fuck y'all, we're going in.
Yeah, when you have a
There's
camera
that
and
cameras
microphone.
cameras turned on, talking on the mics.
Yeah,
no
that's
one
it.
wants to
You're allowed
stop.
to go
No.
anywhere.
No
Yeah.
security
Yeah.
guy wants to come up and start talking to you. It's like,
Okay.
oh, well, they're probably doing something important.
Yeah. Or I'll be on camera if I stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll probably talk to me and it'll be awkward like when mimes happen.
Right. Yeah. Well, you saw video games as well. You had
Yeah.
appointments to
Adds
see
up.
some stuff.
I did.
You saw Halo Wars 2.
Yes.
Is there a button that you push that makes it say all units?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you tell if it's the same recording?
It is not. It is a different sound sample. I don't know if it's the same guy.
It's the same sample every time you hit the button.
That's the key.
I couldn't tell. There was a lot of talking.
There were upwards of 3 different reads of that line in the original game.
Yes. Hey, that game's Halo Wars.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although this time it will be playable, of course, on PC as well.
Right.
With a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you see that version at all?
Yes, they were
Okay.
showing that version
It
off.
seemed like that version, even with a mouse and keyboard, we saw a little bit of it
Yeah.
at their the press conference
The
event
showcase,
where they still had like a selection wheel.
Like the radial menu would still pop up, which didn't seem like something you would need.
You could select
Yeah.
some units instead of all units, I guess,
Right.
that way. Or
Oh,
build
don't forget,
order.
there's also the classic local units.
Oh, right, yeah. No, how could I forget?
Yeah,
I did,
that'll
I did in
B-side.
fact forget. Local units,
Right.
but
Yeah, it's still very much a strategic game rather than tactical. So you are, at least, we only saw the first level of the campaign. There's a multiplayer beta going on right now,
Yeah,
I think,
right, yeah.
until
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
But we only saw the first level of the campaign, and it was like a giant block of dudes all of them
All units.
going in one direction and
units.
attacking one thing.
All right,
so
that-
not like, and the camera is like the camera angle is very much RTS, but you can't zoom out very far. So like, I don't really see. You can group units, groups of units,
Group units.
but I didn't really see, at least in this level, any reason to split them.
Yeah.
Or do anything like that.
But also,
And
this sounds incredibly like the first Halo
yes,
Wars.
and the bases, like you can't put buildings anywhere. It's just like
attached to your
yeah,
little.
it's a hub.
Yep.
It's like a building hub.
They're just making the same game.
Yeah,
Well, it's been a long time
Yeah, I
since
guess
Halo
so.
Wars,
Sure.
so maybe
yeah,
that-
there's plenty of room for
So this
improvement.
is just single player that you saw.
I just saw single player. Yes.
Okay.
The multiplayer beta is ongoing though.
Is it just two factions?
That's that's all they talked about. Yeah. It's the banished.
Is that the Covenant?
It's the Covenant.
Okay.
It is it's schism of the Covenant,
Right.
led by a big brute guy.
Convenient.
But it's all the Covenant guys.
all covenants.
All Covenant.
I saw an RTS today. That's
Did you?
also more strategic than tactical. I think, which is Dawn of War 3.
Okay.
The new 40K from Relic.
Yeah.
Is 40K Warhammer?
40K is Warhammer. Warhammer
Is there
and
any
40K.
difference?
It's future Warhammer.
Yeah, okay. Here's how you can tell. Warhammer is Warcraft. Warhammer 40K is StarCraft.
That's exactly right.
Okay, but no actual connection to those universes.
no,
No,
zero.
okay.
Except for
So
the
it's-
part where
it's
Blizzard likes Warcraft a
A whole
lot.
bunch.
When they
Warhammer
made
likes
those,
Warhammer
they
a
just
lot.
went like, let's just do that, but not call it Warhammer.
Wait, Warhammer was before
Oh, yeah.
Warcraft?
Oh, yeah.
Like
So-
decades
okay.
before.
Yeah.
So Warhammer is orcs and axes and stuff, and not Starhammer. 40K.
40K.
40K
Starhammer.
is fucking space orcs and
Alien
And
orcs
space
and
elves.
space and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very similar.
Is there a game
Oh,
called
Space
Starhammer?
Marine. Space Marine was that.
Yes.
40K,
Right.
yeah.
So
Okay, yeah.
the thing that's weird about Dawn of War 3, or maybe not weird, so Vinny and I went to go see it this morning, and they've gone back to big armies, right? Dawn of War 2 was like this almost Diablo style thing of like, oh, I have Diablo meets an RTS. We're like, oh, I have like 5 hero units who are my elite
It always felt
units.
like the missions I hated from RTS campaigns where they're like, you don't have a base because you're infiltrating.
Right.
And I'm like, no, that's not at all how I want to play.
I think a lot of people felt like you, and
I
would
don't
be
even
happy.
I don't even
about
mind
this.
those types of missions, but a whole game of that is too much.
yeah.
Well, like that game had like loot drops and had
Yeah.
like and it was based on the same sort of like Company of Heroes style
Yeah.
small tactical
Yeah.
skirmishes.
Taking
which-
cover behind stuff.
That
yeah.
stuff I liked a lot of
Yeah.
like the small skirmish, taking cover.
Yeah, but at least Company of
garrisoning.
Heroes at least had resources that you were getting
Right, and base building.
bases you were
So,
upgrading. and
base building is
defenses.
back.
Okay.
It's a big battle game. It's a game where you're going to control 100 units.
Okay.
You're going to zoom out a little bit more than you did in Dawn of War 2, and you're going to like send giant units against each other. There are mechs now, Imperial Knights on the Marine side. And that is cool if like you want that big battle. And I think like Vinny, I thought that's what I wanted because like that's what the tabletop game is like big battles between a lot of units. And then like in seeing it being played, I kept thinking like, oh, but there's kind of like some of the character of Dawn of War 2 was 5 Space Marines against 100 orcs. And like that's what the story of a Space Marine is supposed to be. It's like, oh, it's a big badass Space Marine. Like
Right.
they're not swarms, they're like elite units. And so it was kind of weird that switch back over. And I'm curious to see how they do it. The campaign is also different. They're going to do like a round robin or like a Rashomon style, like you're moving through different perspectives on the same conflict. So you'll play a level of Space Marines and you'll play a level as the Eldar, which are like space elves. They're old Eldar. And then the orcs. Space orcs. Orcs with a K.
Oh,
like in space.
Yeah.
Tyranids or
Sports.
Zergs.
Yeah. The what?
The Tyranids are Zerg.
No
Oh,
Tyranid,
okay.
as far as I can tell, but who knows? No other factions. Those are the 3. And
Are
you'll
they
kind of-
spider-like? Because Tyranid makes me think of arachnid.
Yeah, they are
Does
very
nid
much.
mean spider in Latin or something?
They're bugs.
Tyrannical arachnids.
Tyrannical arachnids.
Yeah, that's pretty
you're-
good.
I didn't know
Yeah.
you were such a big 40K fan.
Oh, yeah, I'm huge on this stuff.
Yeah.
I saw the same demo, and yeah, it looked. I saw it a while ago. Watched them play it, and it's just it looked like an
One of those,
RTS with
yeah.
some call-ins and orbital strike type stuff, and
It's weird. Like,
yeah.
so again, I have like a love-hate relationship with 40K, but this game is the one where I could see them adding the faction I actually like, which are the Tau, which are big mecha space communists. So of course I like them.
That's
Sure,
weird
all
that you
right.
like the
Tell me
mechs.
more.
That's
Yeah,
so-
weird. Who would have thought? So
that's
I could like if they do that DLC, I know I'm gonna end up playing a lot of this game. So
Okay.
We saw another Warhammer themed game.
we did.
So wait, not only is there like one new Warhammer game out every week, they're still announcing them too.
I talked to them about this actually. I talked to the dude from this guy Phil from the Dawn of War 3 team. Like, hey, when you used to make these games, it was you. It was like just Relic was making Warhammer 40K games, and now there are 1,000 of them. How does that feel? And like, how do you differentiate yourself from them? And like, how do you not just die from this? And he's like, listen, we pay attention to our corner. 40K is a big universe. We've kind of hammered out and chiseled out our little corner of the universe so that like it's the tone that we want to go for. It isn't necessarily the super grimdark stuff that some of the other games go for. It can be a little bit more lighthearted. It can be a little bit less fascist. And like that was the right answer, right? Like that, like they're gonna focus on making their stuff good and hope that the people who've come into 40K from those other games will like this one and play theirs too, and not worry about meeting their weird expectations that they've picked up from Warhammer, like chess or whatever.
Right. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Baclar, you've been out and about around,
Been doing it.
seeing stuff. What's been the standout stuff to you over the course of the show?
I definitely really dig Horizon. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn.
Yes.
There's
Not the
none of
Forza.
that Dawn.
Yeah.
Absolutely none of
The
it.
sun is just up all the time.
Yeah, it's Alaska.
It's all the way up.
Forever.
It's
24 hours
actually
a day.
1,000 years in the future in Alaska. Zero Dawn.
Is that
No,
actually?
they're actually they're very dodgy about where on Earth it is.
It is 1,000 years in the future.
It is
They did-
1,000.
they
And
did
it
say
is
that.
Earth?
They
And
did
at
say
the
that.
end, you're going
Yes.
to find the
Okay.
Statue of Liberty sticking out.
No,
of
it's,
it.
I think it's San
Spoilers.
Francisco. I 100% think it's San
You think
Francisco.
so?
Yeah, that's my guess. I put it in the book.
Okay.
All right. What?
Someone
wait.
record this.
The book.
In a book.
The book.
The
T, capital T.
good book.
Yeah, the good
The
book.
good book.
Right.
Sorry, the good book.
Put that in the
Yeah,
margins.
if you're still watching this from a hotel room, open the drawer, like where the Gideon stamped it, right below it.
Austin,
San
Texas.
Austin,
Francisco.
San Francisco,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn, 2017.
Thank you. I appreciate your hard work.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So yeah, I like playing that. I played that today. That was great. And then I saw yesterday an extended demo of Days Gone.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And my first question after that demo, and if you remember from the press conference, they did a very sort of cool funhouse roundabout in that sawmill or whatever that
Right,
area
yeah,
was, which was
yeah.
kind of fun.
Lowering the door,
Yeah.
climbing up.
A lot of, that guy, I forget the main character's name, but
Deacon.
Deacon Saint John?
Sure.
Right?
I don't-
Yeah, no,
I
it's
just
something.
Dexter St. Jock.
It's something like that.
I just heard him being called Deke.
Deke? Okay, they're calling him Deke already. All
I'm
right.
looking this up. I don't believe you.
No, it's Saint something. I'm
I bel-
positive. Anyway, so my first question was like, hey, how'd this all happen? Why are there so many?
Oh, we're not talking about that right
So
now.
for me, I like to know the context of how
like-
things got to this point.
Right, yeah. Without that,
You want to
it's
know
just-
why there are so many freakers out there?
Right,
Because
they're
that's what
not
they call. That's
zombies.
what they call them in that game.
They're
Freakers.
Are they
freakers.
stealing phone calls?
Yeah, it's PH. Yep.
Okay.
They probably are because the currency in that game is freaker ears.
No, is it really?
Yes.
Stop. Freak. All right. Look,
You
that's
better
not the
be able to
strangest
find
thing.
a weenie whistle in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. If I blow 2600 hertz into a PlayStation headset, does it just hack the game? And I
If you
get
get if you get the collector's edition, you get a subscription to 2600. Actually.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
All right.
quarterly now, so that's
right.
that's
Perfect.
that's cool.
Yeah. Is it still? It's still the real
like the
small.
little-
Yeah,
one,
it's tiny
2600,
little
yeah.
pamphlet size.
Can I just get printouts of frack instead? Because that's probably. All right.
So yeah, I said how things get this bad, and it was very vague. Like global pandemic, it's a virus, and
Always
this
is.
happened.
So they're not
And
zombies.
So no, that is specific. They are freakers. Let's just make
Who
sure.
would say that?
Freakers.
No one would say that. Here's the fucking thing.
Well-
It's a post-apocalypse. You gotta be places. They're freaks. You're never gonna say freakers.
I don't know.
That's exactly. Like how does it, as it gets worse and worse, does some politician do the newspapers go we got to come up with a name for these
Right.
things?
We'll call them freakers.
We'll call them freakers because they're technically not zombies. No, they're gonna fucking call them the zombies.
Yeah, it's almost
because the
less
news media is
believable-
just
yeah.
the most basic zombies. They'll
Right.
understand
Yeah.
zombies.
It's almost less believable that a world exists where zombies isn't a word.
Yeah.
Right, we
the
have that word
Same thing with
already.
Walking Dead, where they call
What
them
are those
walkers.
things?
They're
Yeah.
fucking zombies.
They're
Did they
zombies.
not say zombies in Walking Dead
no,
ever?
they never have said it ever. I don't know about the the show, but the book never.
But
Also, is this game just Walking Dead, like in,
So
in
it's-
tone and setting? Because
So
like
I thought it was going to be like a Sons of Anarchy meets
Yeah,
Walking Dead.
yeah.
Because they really lay into the
Yeah.
patch thing, and I'm like, yeah.
I was with you when I was watching that demo for a second because we've been talking about like this game needs a hook, it needs its
sure.
unique zombie
Right.
thing, and I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, redneck zombie game.
Yes.
I could be into that. But
And
then-
like maybe still MCs battling
Yeah.
during all that.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Nope.
Also
that's
MCs
just the
battling.
uniform.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
like
okay.
what's
All
that?
right.
Also MCs battling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MCs battling.
Like more, yeah, like
and
like
MCs battling.
like DJs and
Yeah.
stuff. Well,
It's
you're
a
pushing
mix.
it. All right, fine.
The
if you
fifth
want.
element is freakers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's none of that. He just has he still wears his his cut.
His colors.
From
Okay, all right. So
nothing
he
to do
just
with that.
happens to be
He
a biker.
happens to be a biker,
and
which-
he's just he hasn't found any better protective clothing or anything like that.
No
He's like, no,
armor,
this sleeveless
just
thing. No,
leather."
I still got to be me.
Right. Yeah. these freakers got to know where my colors
Exactly.
are. So anyway,
I can't live with style. What's the point?
right.
I need to look like menacing to any other humans that I might find and let them know that I was in an MC.
Yeah, half the
and
planet's
I'm
dead.
An MC.
Yeah, half the
That's where he
planet's
wears his
dead.
four-finger ring also.
Nice.
The whole
But I'm
thing.
still the 1%er.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right.
Definitely. Yep.
That's cool. I wanted to
You find bean pies in stuff, and totally. Go on.
Just go on Wikipedia. If you
Yeah.
don't get it, just go on Wikipedia.
I wanted it to be something that maybe it isn't, but I think the hook for that game, they really talk up that whole hoardy, I think they called, what did they call it? Like a title?
They called it Hordy.
The title? Hoardy. They're like, we got Hoardy Freakers.
That's
the
a
word.
British MC, right? Hordy?
Hoardy
yeah,
Freakers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's big in the grime stuff.
Hordy freakers.
Yeah.
So,
Freaker
Breaking
Massive.
beakers.
Brah, brah. Yeah, the whole thing.
so that's Days Gone.
Yeah, so title like the flow of
Yeah, it does
the
have
flow
wave,
of freakers.
which it is
Which
a very-
that's the thing that definitely stood out
Yeah.
Right.
in that thing is like, they're kind of falling over each other as
They fall real nice.
rush
that
in to
stuff
get
that
you.
stuff all looks great. Yeah, but it's the part where he keeps stopping and turning around and just
Right.
like unloading
Yeah,
a
it's
few
like, dude,
clips
there
into him.
are more of them
Yeah.
than you have
Deep.
bullets.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, don't
Yeah.
shoot a bullet, just run.
Yeah.
He kind of takes his sweet ass time
Yeah.
running
Save the
away
bullets
from
for
that
yourself.
title wave.
Feels like the mechanic or like a technology that needs a better game structure around it.
Maybe.
Yeah, and maybe
more
it has
interesting
that or
something.
will
Right.
have that by the time
Yeah.
that this thing comes
That's
out.
next
Yeah,
year
sure.
for sure, or
Right.
the year after.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It seems like, that Bend studio has been in the dark for a long time working on, I assume, this, or,
Yeah.
who knows, they had other projects that didn't see the light of day, but
Yeah.
I guess you'd think that after all that time that maybe this would be like a little more fully formed, I guess.
Right. It is Deacon St. John. I looked it up.
There it is.
I'm sorry.
Deal with
Is
that.
it Deacon St. John?
Deacon St. John.
Is he a deacon, though?
Listen, we'll have to find out.
maybe.
Maybe that was his rank in his MC.
Oh, okay, all
That's
right.
how they do it.
Yeah, okay, I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, how'd the show go for you? What have you seen? Were you not here yesterday? It's all a blur up here.
I came on late because I was busy not getting into a Detroit meeting.
I saw that.
Yeah.
We'll come back around.
Yeah.
So you know how Nintendo said they were only showing Zelda?
Uh-huh.
I found a secret room and they were showing Paper Mario. And I played that.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Really?
I went to a secret
Did
room.
they know about that?
I don't. The director of the game was in there with the translator, and I talked to her for a while. So I don't know. I think she got in with a badge and everything. So
Okay, all right.
Let
She
me
was
break
just
down.
conducting stealth. Fuck this strategy. You're gonna see my game.
Yeah, she's just like, oh yeah, I would love to go to E3 and walk around and see stuff, and then I could bring a bill to the game.
Yeah.
Bring a bill to the game. Tell them we need a room for
Snacks.
just to leave our stuff.
We're gonna need some
we're
snacks.
bringing snacks for the Zelda team. We just want to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sure that we're like doing right by them or whatever. Bring a fucking.
Did you walk down a hallway and someone handed you a card?
I had to go up some stairs, and then I sat on a couch until a man
Are you
came.
sure you didn't just see like a Paper Mario clone running on
No.
like the fused Tomahawk F1 or something?
I played the video game. I held a gamepad.
Okay.
Which it's coming out in October.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, that was one of the games like leading up to the show. Looking at games Nintendo had coming out, you're like, why wouldn't they show Paper Mario?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
why
and
would they
also-
show Pokemon? Then eventually it's like, we're showing Pokemon. It's like, of course you're showing Pokemon.
Also, it's pretty good, so I don't know why
Oh,
they were showing it. Okay, so there are things that I'll get to that I didn't quite like, but let me break it down. It's basically, and I came to this realization halfway through the demo, and I brought it up to the director, and she had not thought of this. It's reverse Mario Sunshine.
Okay, all right. So a good game then.
God damn it.
So Mario Sunshine, there's an island,
Uh-huh.
and there's a guy causing trouble there by painting everything. You got to go and you're cleaning up the paint, right?
Yeah.
Paper Mario Color Splash, Shy guys with straws have invaded an island, and they're called slurp guys.
This is like a political cartoon.
Yeah. So these slurp guys are going around with their straws, and all these nice toads live on this island. And they put the straws up to the toads and suck the color out of them. So all the color drains from them.
What's wrong?
Yes,
What?
yes.
What?
You have a question?
Yep. This is the plot of the
That
game.
sounds exactly right, though.
This is the post-racial future the Mario
Yeah.
universe
Yes.
has been waiting for.
Yes. And so at the beginning, Mario is at his house, and Princess Peach comes, like two hooded figures come to his door in like a
Hooded figures?
rainstorm.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Like, you open the door, and it's weird because like a lot of the environments look like more 3D than they've ever looked in a Paper Mario, but then like Paper Mario is still paper.
Right.
And so like this rainstorm's going on, opens the door, two like hooded figures, and then it's Peach and a Toad, and they have this like blank toad that they hand to Mario. Mario like unfolds it, and it's the outline of a toad, but there's no color, so he's just totally blank.
Fuck.
So they send Mario to this island to save all the toads and bring color back to them. And so you go to a fountain early on, and you meet a paint can named Huey. So
Keep going. No, fucking keep
That's it.
going.
Yeah.
and so it's this paint can
Tell
with
me about
eyes.
Huey.
Did you?
Yeah, but he's a paint can that can
Do
be
you
any
paint the
color of
toads
paint.
H-Rap brown or anything like that by then? Go on. No, go
Okay.
on. Go on.
So Huey has eyes.
Huey.
He's a paint can. He talks. He's
Huey
very
Newton,
sassy.
I think is.
He's very sassy.
Do you put your face in the paint can and inhale deeply?
No.
Are you sure?
Although his handle
Before you
looks.
saw this demo, did you put your face in the paint can and inhale deeply?
While I was waiting before I went up the secret stairs, yeah,
Okay.
they give you the
All
paint
right.
can.
It's
like-
It's like,
yeah,
it's like Batman Begins.
It's a
You
good
have to do the
promotional
thing,
item.
and then you wake up and you're playing Mario. And so yeah, his hands, like his handle is like he's got two hands like this, and he's either like this or like this all the time, and he's talking all the time. He's pretty funny. He's a funny paint can, and so you have two hammers that you can run around with. The normal hammer that doesn't take any paint, and you can just beat down bushes and trees and stuff, and then a paint hammer. So you're going around, and there's all these like blank
That's not
spots.
how you paint.
That's how Mario paints.
That's ineffective.
I know I played Mario Paint. I know how Mario paints.
Right. Yeah, you swap the flies.
With a mouse.
Yeah. So there's blank spots all over the environment, and you go around and you hit them with a paint hammer, and like cards and coins and other paint shoots out of it, and you have like paint reserves of like the primary colors, and you got to fill them up and everything. So the fighting, here's the thing I'm worried about, is Sticker Star on 3DS.
Yeah.
I love Paper Mario. I've played all of them, all the Mario and Luigi games. I don't like how Sticker Star didn't have any kind of RPG leveling up or anything like that. And this seems to be like that. But instead of stickers, you're getting cards.
Okay.
And so, like, let's say I hit a bush. Like, it might be like 3 stomp cards and 1 hammer card come out or something. And so when you fight, it's not like the typical menu system or anything, and you're not leveling up. There's no experience points or
Okay.
anything. So that's kind of a bummer. You can like paint the cards to make them more powerful, but that drains your paint meter.
Do you run out of the cards when you play them? Are they gone?
Yes, they're gone forever.
okay.
But then you can like pay money to play like a slot machine thing that'll give you cards. But then there's also thing cards, which I got 3 thing cards. And when you play them, it gets all hyper realistic, except for the paper thing. So at one point I played a walk, and I had a walk thing card, and all of a sudden I'm on this like realistic walk with flames coming up and everything. And as you hurt enemies, the color drains from them, so that's how you can kind of tell their health meter.
Is this what it sounds like when I talk about like my weird bullshit strategy games?
Yeah, God. Yeah,
Okay.
A little bit.
Little taste of your own medicine.
Good to
huh?
know.
And so you have to time, like, you know, Paper Mario has the, like, press A, like, it's got all that stuff, like, press A to dodge right beforehand, like, the timing-specific
What
stuff.
does the walk do? Does the fire hurt everyone?
I don't remember any attack with the walk. I did with the fire extinguisher. So I played the fire extinguisher thing card, and I was on top of a burning apartment building. So it was like me and like
Okay.
Morton Koopa Jr. or something. We're on top of
he
this
good
burning
now?
building. No, all the Koopalings are bad. They're all in it. And then I played the fire extinguisher thing card, and like this photorealistic like 3D fire extinguisher comes up. It's like giant, like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
And if you time the A button when the pin of the fire extinguisher flies out, it like sprays all this shit all over the Koopaling, and he dies more.
Okay.
It's weird, but
Nah.
That's not the vibe I got.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
get
there's
it.
a fortune cat you can play, and then it turns into like a Japanese oil
Yeah.
painting, like Okami.
Yeah.
Like a giant fortune cat comes over the horizon, and like it's
That sounds cool.
it's really it looks really good too. It's Paper Mario in HD for
It's
the first
kind of
time.
rare that Nintendo puts noticeably Japanese stuff into Mario.
Yeah, this game's really Japanese and really fucking weird.
Huh.
And I
End of the, you see this stuff around the end of a generation when there's
Yeah.
just like, this is the stuff we're making.
it.
It's
Yeah.
either we translate this stuff or nothing.
yeah. So it was cool. I mean, the only thing I didn't necessarily like was like I want to be able to level up. But I kind of wonder if
We all do.
like they're separating it to like the Mario and Luigi games are the ones with the more traditional, leveling up stuff, and Paper Mario is more like, Super Paper Mario had the platforming, shifting things,
Yeah.
and then Sticker Star didn't have the leveling up. Like maybe that's the more experimental one, and Mario and Luigi is the more RPG-like one. But yeah, the battle systems still seem good. The timing-based stuff, the art style looks awesome. And it just seems really fucking weird in a way that I can really get into. Like, you'll walk through forests, and there's just shy guys with straws just sucking the color out of trees or, like, the ground. They're just like just getting all this color.
They're getting color? Wait a minute.
color, yeah.
All right, brother, I don't know
It's the
about
first rated M
Yeah,
Paper
whoa,
Mario
that's
game.
rough stuff. Forza Horizon,
Yes.
you check that out.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you suck the color out of a car?
No,
God
but
damn.
Did you wrap your lips around the tailpipe?
Suck the chrome off.
speaking of color, though, the sky in that game,
Yeah.
this is probably one of the cooler technical things I've heard at the show. For the sky of Forza Horizon, they sent 2 dudes to Australia, and they filmed the sky for an entire summer.
They got good sky.
Like every
man.
second.
That's good sky.
They
there.
That's
recorded
pretty-
the sky.
It's like Planet Earth.
That's a good fucking gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that, man.
You can
Go
get
live
that,
in-
like, we got to go to Australia for the summer.
We're gonna go live in
Video
Australia
of the
for 3
fucking
months
sky.
and set up a camera every morning and hit record,
All right,
and then
put
go
the camera
fuck
out of the
off.
balcony, point it up here, hit the button.
And get me another fucking drink.
Yeah, all right, well, let's just go out. This thing's going to point at the fucking sky.
It ain't going
It'll be
anywhere.
okay.
You gotta make sure a bird doesn't sit on the
Lock
lens or
the
something.
door
You
on
gotta
the way
watch
out.
that.
Like, we missed a day.
God,
Bummer.
what if that happened though? What if a bird did like get in front of the lens?
gonna fucking
And that's just like when you're driving.
Giant fucking bird.
It's a totally different game. All of a
Yeah,
sudden.
the Horizon Festival gets fucking weird this year.
It's like Burning Man.
Yeah, yeah.
But it looks really, really good.
Did you see it on PC? By any chance?
They were showing both.
Yeah.
I didn't. I think I was playing on an Xbox One S. That's
Okay.
what it was running on. I didn't play it. They played it for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They had it out playable on the 4. I kind of
Yeah.
stood behind
Yeah.
the Xbox
I
version
saw
and the
that
PC
version,
version, and they both look all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even the Xbox version looks fine.
You can recruit other players' drivatars, and then they'll drive for you and earn fans, and thus grow your festival, which I think unlocks
weird.
Grow your
more parts of the map or more things to do.
All right.
I'm not really sure how that works. Also, you can play your own music. If you upload your own MP3s to Microsoft OneDrive, there's a radio station that you just go to, and it plays all your stuff.
All right. Well, that's
That's a start.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, that just
all
sounds
right.
real hard
That's
to
progress.
yeah.
Yeah.
do. You know,
I'm running Windows 10, and at one point I just said I'm going to just prevent the OneDrive service from ever starting ever
the
again.
second you do it though, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Like you're in.
Yeah.
You're in it.
They did send me an email saying hey, that free OneDrive space that you got, we're taking it away unless you click here, and I'm like, I clicked there, so I don't know. That game looks cool. Sounds I very much want to
Yeah.
play another one of those at this point. 2 didn't really do it for me the way I thought it would, but
This one, I think it looks great. They said 1080p 30 on console,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then unlocked on
and then
PC.
whatever you got on PC.
Yeah.
Cool.
It does look good. There's Chinooks.
Chinook.
Canucks. All right, let's talk Detroit before we
Detroit.
wrap
Yes,
it up here
please.
and get some guests on. What's
What's
going
wrong?
on in
What's
Detroit?
wrong?
I want to like David Cage so bad. Like, so bad I want to like David Cage. Because I
yeah.
can see that if someone gave me infinite power,
Yeah.
I would make similar decisions.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
There was a lot in that demo that made me wonder if... All right, so I went to see Detroit. They played through the same thing that they showed at the
Right.
Sony press
I
conference.
saw this too, by the way.
Twice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Maybe I'm curious if you got some of the same talking points, which is
Okay.
like... All right, so the demo is they're playing as this guy named Connor,
Right.
who is an android who hunts rogue androids.
John Connor.
It's really hard for me not to
He's-
slip into
Blade Runner.
a David Cage.
Oh.
He is Connor. He is
Yeah, just give us a
an
little bit.
android who is hunting down the rogue androids. But what you need to understand is this is not the far future. This is
now
the
you're
near
German.
Future. It is there are no laser guns. There are no flying cars. There are no robots. Only incredibly lifelike human androids.
Well, he goes,
This is not RoboCop. This is different from Blade Runner because you are an android who hunts down other rogue androids, unlike in Blade Runner. And I'm like, what fucking version
Wait,
of Blade
hang on.
Runner did you
Yeah,
fucking
no,
see?
that's
the
I'm pretty
version.
sure that's
To a T.
precisely
That's the fucking movie.
That's Blade Runner.
That's exactly
spoilers.
it.
So in his magical world, there was no intermediate steps from
Right.
like fucking Siri to
No.
lifelike Android.
No,
It just
boom.
like boom, it happened. There's
Well,
no
so-
mid,
well,
there's
and
no
he goes-
robots that are just like hanging out. There's no like Roomba 2.
No, there's no other robots.
Yeah.
It's just we figured it out. It's people.
Well, he's like, we didn't want to make anything that doesn't already exist now. Did he give you that?
He
spiel?
fucking did.
Yeah, he's like, so we just thought, okay, everything that exists
This is not
now,
about technology. It is about humans.
Are you going to translate in broken French English?
Maybe. It's very charming. Because
sure,
like
for sure.
he is very sincere.
Yeah, he
And
believes it.
And like one of his big points is like, this is not going to be. It's so hard not to do it. He's like, this game isn't going to be a game where you're fighting evil robots. Like this isn't going to be
Right.
Terminator. This isn't like the evil androids are coming for you.
Yeah.
In fact, the androids are the ones who are oppressed. And like he said it like no one had ever said that before. And that to me is like the whole thing, which is like it feels like they don't understand that there's a lot of genre stuff happening in this game that's been happening for 30 years. That like Cyberpunk started with maybe the androids are the good guys.
He's like, I'm blowing your mind, aren't I?
Right. And like beyond that, it might be a cool procedural story. Like I like investigating crime scenes in video
Sure.
games. There's a really cool effect when you like zoom down. So it does the Batman Arkham Knight thing of like you can look at a body or at a
Is this an ability you have because you are an android?
Yes, you have Android vision or whatever, but it's not far future.
Yeah.
It's near future.
This is something androids can do right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you can like scan using the touchpad over a piece of evidence. Only
no.
certain pieces of evidence.
Does
no,
it
why?
does it feel like in Heavy Rain there's that one detective guy and you kind of
Yes.
like pulse
Ancient
out and you go up and
That,
hit
it feels
or
like
whatever?
that dude he's an android. It
Okay.
turns out. Spoilers. It's not an android. And you can kind of find special points to hover over on different body parts. And then when you found all those points, you kind of get like, again, the Arkham Knight DVR.
Right, you could scrub through
You can
it.
script through. That actually looks really cool.
Yeah.
There's like a really great wireframe effect.
And they do this thing where you can move it around 360 degrees, and then you have to play this sort of mini game where you detect things that are going on.
Right. I was like, oh, look, there was a gun. I have to go to the
Right.
right frame when the gun was in his hand, and then it'll show me that the gun wound up over there, and then I can go find the gun.
Which, like, and those little things unlock details about the situation.
Which
and
then you can use when you get to like the big event.
Well,
which
like,
in
and they
this
weren't
case-
really connected. They'd be like, "Oh, you found the gun. That's how you know his name's Jerry." You know, right? Like, so, you know what I mean?
There were
Like,
some weird
yeah,
jumps of logic.
Yeah.
And it just
Is it because the guns are biometrically
No, it's not
licensed?
that.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. There were some jumps of logic there. I'm not an android though, so I don't know.
We don't know yet.
Not yet.
Or am I?
We don't know yet.
Spoilers.
So it felt like it wasn't very genre aware, which frustrates me as someone who likes that stuff a lot.
But that stuff, like his stuff, is always just
I feel like you read some Wikipedia articles.
But it's always just a little bit. It's like you know what he's going for, but it's
Yeah.
just it's like here's this very established like genre or theme that he's going
Right.
for, and it's just kind of like looking at it.
Yes.
it's weird.
Yes.
He doesn't
But
always
like that's what I like. Like
The
I
thing that's-
loved Beyond Two Souls.
I like bits of that.
Yeah.
That game is like there are some weird parts of that game that don't work, but like after playing that and Heavy Rain,
Yeah.
I'm all for.
I'm gonna play this. I like
Detroit.
almost human. I keep saying this, but like in other words, my it's a low bar for me to get like pay
Yeah.
attention to androids.
And I have a lot
like
of
what Ely should be in this game.
a lot of leeway for his games.
Right.
Like I tolerate.
For
a
me,
lot.
I'm curious if I'll still feel the same.
I don't know why.
In a world post Until Dawn, which is a game that is
Yes.
very
Yeah.
aware of its
Yes.
genre, which understands the rules of it and understands that the player knows the rules of it and plays with that stuff
And sticks
it's
the landing, though, better,
and sticks the
yeah.
landing in the gameplay parts,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And feels at least like there is real divergence in the way that the story can go. Whereas here, it didn't really. Again, who knows? We don't know what the big structure of the game
Sure.
is, but it's like, oh, the three ways this can go is Connor dies, the little girl dies, the Daniel, the robot dies, the android, sorry, no robots, dies, or some combination thereof. And like, it isn't really clear if that matters in any larger scheme. Like he said, it's like Heavy Rain in that there's no game over screen if someone dies or something. That Sai is right.
Yeah, it's just because the androids they just have blue circles on their
They
temples.
just have blue circles on their temples.
They're very human.
Yeah.
They're
just like us.
They bleed blue.
Oh.
They just bleed blue. and they
like us.
why do they have meat? Like when that guy
don't know.
gets popped at the end,
I know he has
he's got
meat.
like blue meat coming. No, it should just be wires and circuitry. I don't want. Why do you have to put
He also
blood
just
in
kept
them?
saying
They're
they
made
kept,
they're made out of blue meat. It's not worth.
For me, it would be so much better if there wasn't the hyperbole around so much of it, because like there was a bit where he's just like, we're all about player choice. You could interact with objects in the crime scene, or you couldn't. Like, no. If you don't interact, no.
You lose.
You lose. You're going to lose every time. It says
The
you have a
game's gonna be-
20% chance of winning now, because I haven't looked at anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Which I thought that was actually. I enjoyed seeing that fluctuate.
yeah, it's neat.
That
It
was
literally
cool.
says, like, oh, this is your percentage of things going bad or
Right.
good.
But when you're like
Really?
at 11%, you're like, fuck.
Just by
Yeah, roll the
observing
dice.
things,
Yeah.
like you'll just like look at a
You're
hairbrush
like, oh,
and
the
it'll be like,
dad's
oh.
name was Michael. I'm like, oh, like, shoot, 30% extra.
Do you get more like dialogue options in that case?
Yes. And
Yeah.
in fact, you
It
can
unlocks
see,
things,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can see when you go through it the first time what options are locked off for you, which I kind of hate. But I don't want to know
Right.
that I had
What
the
could have
option.
been.
Right.
Yeah, these other potential choices.
Yeah.
All
Android
right.
will remember.
Yeah,
that.
but maybe they'll change that. This is obviously an early build.
Yeah.
I want it to be cool. Like I'm gonna play that stupid game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna probably enjoy bits of it because I always do. I always
Because
leave
there's
going
always
like,
a spot where you're like, that worked
man,
out. Yeah.
but-
and then
Yeah.
other things happen.
Brad, I know you saw Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
Is
I-
this something we
yeah.
can do quickly, or should we save it for next week? We gotta get.
There's
moving
not a
for
ton to
guests
say.
here. Yeah.
We played the show floor demo, which is just a timed 15-minute thing.
Okay.
It was basically just a sandbox that let you see how the ship combat worked. So,
Okay.
me, Dan, Vinny, and Alex crewed a pirate vessel.
nice.
We played songs together.
Yes.
What's the name of your ship?
We
It,
didn't
it was
have
the
one.
Mermaids.
Did it have a name?
It said on the sign by our
Oh,
gamer tags.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Mermaid's what?
Amulet or something. I don't know.
okay.
Remember the Amulet? Yeah.
Yeah,
Common
so crewing the ship was like, you gotta unfurl the sails, you have to turn the sails to catch whichever direction the wind is going. You need somebody up in the crow's nest. Like Alex was up there and like sure enough spotted some other ships off in the distance. All ships in the game are player controlled, so
all ships.
cool.
all ships.
All right.
No NPC ships. Anytime you see a ship, like they were like, we want you to think, all right, there's other people, it's time to go fuck them up.
Is it always time to go fuck them up, or can I have like, a lot?
Like, is there other stuff on land that you're doing?
So that's the thing. They are not really showing or talking about any of that stuff. Except I took a meeting with them, and
Yeah.
they kind of hinted at things like that.
All
Like
right.
there are full on quests. Like there is loot. There is
And it's all multiplayer.
there is
right?
character progression. Yeah.
It's
So-
kind of funny when things go wrong because like we had 5 people and
Yeah.
it's like a whole ordeal to like raise and lower the anchor and the sails and all this stuff.
Yeah, so like there's a big wheel to lower to raise the anchor, but like the more people that are on it, the faster it goes. And there are even things you can do like we were in just a ship versus ship battle, which is super slow and methodical. You know, it's ships like turning incredibly slowly, trying to face each other so you can point your cannons in the right direction and stuff. But you can do things like if you're going around a ship and you want to cut a hard turn, you can drop the anchor and do an anchor turn.
Oh, okay.
But you
nice.
basically, somebody will run over there and drop the anchor, and it'll make the ship cut like a super hard turn. But then everybody needs to like drop what they're doing and run over there and raise the anchor as fast as they can after that, so
yeah.
you can start moving again.
Yeah, think of like levers in a dangerous space time where there's like
Yeah,
a ship
it's
and
stuff
you got to
like
run
that.
around.
Or
and do
even that
stuff.
weird basketball thing we played on
Right,
UPF
yeah.
recently. It's got
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got an element of that
Yeah.
to it for sure.
all
But
right.
It sounds cool.
it
Yeah,
sounds really
sounds
cool.
like it's got potential.
I tried to ask them. They just kept using the word like shared experience or shared world, and I tried to
Yeah.
ask like, okay, what is that? An 8-player instance? Is it an MMO? What is it?
Right.
And they made it sound like it seamlessly matches people in and out of your world, just as you sail around.
It just seems like, you would sail around and it'll just feed you
Yeah,
other player
yeah,
boats
right.
until you
That's-
decide you want to go do something
that's
else.
exactly what it sounded like. But
And it's not just the ship combat.
no. It seems like there's tons of land masses to go to.
Okay.
They just didn't show or get into
All
any of
right.
that stuff really. But it sounds like full on like what you think a multiplayer game like that is. Elements of Destiny, elements of like, capital ship type.
Right.
Also
yeah.
felt very much like a rare game.
Yes,
That's a charm
okay,
to
yeah,
it.
lots
and
of
art style
lots
and
of
everything.
personality.
Bright and colorful.
Yeah,
dude.
super colorful. So a lot of personality. It seems super awesome.
All right. Well, thanks, y'all, for joining me here. We are going to send it off into a break so we can load up some guests and get this final night of whatever this is rolling. So stay tuned, and we will be back soon.